Anderson digs it out. Hunzinger with a setup to Rivers. Rivers delivers. Pass to the basket. Gets the friendly roll to go right there. Ava Cook now with 4 points to go here. Drives, finds Camden Bell. Right wing three is up. And good. Yes. Camden Bell making a rain, baby. Gerald for battling in this bat so far. The 1-2 pitch. Gets her swinging for strike three. A job well done by Zoe Koger getting the strikeout for out. 3-1. And that's going to be a deep fly ball in the left center field and gone! Quentin James with a big fly of his own, a two-run shot. Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome live here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com, as well as the IHSAA Champions Network. Here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana, here for tonight's junior varsity boys basketball matchup between the visiting Alexandria Tigers. As they'll be taking on your Wapahani Raiders here tonight. Glad to be back home with all of you, obviously coming off of a victory last night on the road at Westdale. Eager to see how the Raiders then come right back the next night. Hopefully we'll put on a great performance. But again, here as always, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, and our student sideline reporter joining us here in a little while. It's going to be Bailey Clapper as always. Again, we want to welcome you all here to our Raiders Live pregame show presented by Henry Community Health Sports Medicine Director Tony Cox. Again, a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. So, as I just mentioned, Wapahani coming off of a victory last night on the road at Westdale. And really quite the commanding fashion, really, it was really enjoyable, just watch, just a good old-fashioned basketball game. It was a hard-fought ball game. Wapahani, we started off doing pretty good, things kind of trickled off a little bit as time went along right there. Some of our, shots just weren't sinking for us, but, we still end up coming away with a victory nonetheless. And end up rolling on to a nice win. But I think that, these guys, I tell you, we see more and more these guys gelling together. And we're right now, 5 games in. Tonight's our 6th. And, tonight would be a great night to go ahead and even up that, win-loss record. But, when you have, really a fairly nice balance here with an offensive presence on the outside and inside as well. I know Noah Olson really did, truly an awesome job last night. I mean, he does, he obviously does really well for himself. The majority of this, early goings of this 2025-2026 basketball season. But, having him, having Graham Cook, again, 2 of your taller guys, and then Memphis Pickering coming in off the bench, rebounds the ball well, is very physical, and then again your outside shooting there with Riley Swift. DJ Seagraves isn't necessarily known for his shooting. I mean, he's more of a facilitator, and there's nothing wrong with that. He shares the basketball, gets everyone else the basketball, makes everyone else look good, but kid can shoot as well. Landon Cook, he'll come off the bench. Alex Hunzinger can come in off the bench and really provide a nice spark. And then you've got Ethan Bragg, that, again, also not necessarily known for his shooting. He doesn't go out there and take 10, 15 shots a game, but he can knock some down as well from outside, but also being able to, battle there on the inside, get physical, score buckets at the rim, and rebounds well. So, and not to mention, plays a really nice job, on the defensive side as well. So, multi-dimensions to all of these guys' games, and hopefully everything will kind of showcase itself here tonight, and Wapahani can collect back-to-back victories. And, when you obviously, you're heading into Christmas break now, we've got 2 games next week. You want to end this week on the right note and then head into Frankton on Tuesday night, really feeling good about where you're at, 6 games in, and hopefully that will just catapult you to even greater things, not only next week, but then, from here on out the rest of the season. So really looking forward to watching these guys here tonight. We hope you guys are here as well. So stick around here with us. We'll have tonight's player introductions, starting lineups, and the tip-off coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on the WHS Network. As we'll take a look here this evening at the non-starters here for the visiting Alexandria Tigers. Number 4, Aria Hollingsworth. Number 10, Asher Heifner. Number 12, Andrew Segner. Number 14, Cooper Morgan. Number 24, Carlin Deckert. Number 30, Patron. Number 32, Wyatt Fuller. Number 42 is Eric Ranger. Now for the Sam Pierce Chevrolet starting lineup here for the Alexandria Tigers. Starting here at one guard, number 20, Grayson Gaines. Next up, number 22, Wade Christopher. Number 34, Caden B. And also number 40, Abram Hampshire. And number 44, Ian Canfield. So again, the Alexandria Tigers are coached by Leighton Carroll. And so now we'll take a look here tonight, again here at the home team this evening, your Wapahani Raiders. So the non-starters here this evening for Wapahani, number 2, Landon Cook, as well as number 15, Alex Hunzinger, and number 42, Memphis Pickering. And now for your Sam Pierce Chevrolet starting lineup tonight for the Raiders. Starting at 1 forward, he's a 6'5" sophomore, number 3, Graham Cook. At the other forward position, a 5'11" junior, number 4, Ethan Bragg. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 10, DJ Seagraves. Starting at forward, a 6'6" sophomore, number 20, Noah Olson. And at guard, a 6' sophomore, or 6' junior, rather, number 22, Riley Swift. And again, your Raiders are coached by Brian Bell, assisted by Andy Zitgraff, as well as Josh Kaufman. So again, that is tonight's Sam Pierce Chevrolet starting lineup. Again, greatly appreciate our officials again for being here tonight. Again, we can't play tonight's game or any other game without officials, and I think that is a sport or a profession that doesn't get recognized nearly as enough as they should. So we appreciate our referees here tonight as we will get tonight's game officially underway here right at 6 p.m. here on this Saturday, December the 20th of 2025. Again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. And we'll face a 2-2-1 full court pressure right out of the gate, but the Raiders quickly solve that problem as Ethan Bragg up floor right here puts that one through for 2 to tie things up at 2 apiece. Abshire up top here now, the handoff to number 34 B. And we'll get a 5-second call here on the Tigers. First turnover of the evening here for Alexandria. Up top here, Seagraves out near half court. Dribbles left, he'll find Bragg. Back up top again. Again, the Tigers looking to trap right here early. You can see that. We'll see if things change as the game goes along right here. Here's Ethan Bragg, and he'll make it rain from downtown. And I'll tell you what, that was pretty much spot on there. I was just talking about him there in our pregame show about, how he's not necessarily one that shoots a lot. It's not like he shoots 20 times a game. But, he can every once in a while, take a shot, especially from beyond the three-point line. And he can knock him down, and that's living proof right here, right out of the gate. First 5 points go to Ethan Bragg. Swift back to Cook. Holy Moses. We've got to get a timeout right here because Wapahani was not paying attention to the 10-second count. So the 30-second timeout taken here by the Raiders. We will go ahead and stay right here with you during this timeout to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. Again, we'd like to send out a big thanks here to Next Home Elite Real Estate Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton. Great teams win with heart, hustle, communication, and trust. And those are some great values that Next Home Elite Real Estate Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton brings to every real estate move. Whether you're buying or selling, she is there to use her local roots to meet your real estate needs every step of the way. Call Courtney Felton at 765-748-6334 for all of your real estate needs. So again, following the timeout there from Wapahani, the Raiders with a 5-2 lead early here in this one. Again, the early bucket there from Alexandria, but the Raiders now put 5 consecutive on the board there via Ethan Bragg. Underneath here, that's number 44, Canfield. As he'll be fouled on the way up. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots. There's a foul be here on Wapahani's number 3, Graham Cook. His first, team's first here of the evening.
To the free throw line for 2 shots, number 44, Ian Canfield.
So the first of 2 will be up and good for Canfield. The second of 2 will be up. Off the front of the rim, no good. But then an offensive rebound, they will not be able to get the putback to go, and it's going to be last touched out of bounds by the Tigers. So the Raiders will head back here on offense. Again, here's we continue to see this 2-2-1 four-court press. Again, looking to trap, especially once you get that ball around along the sideline. Off the hands of Olsen, regathers, takes it inside, and puts that bad boy right in there for 2. As he will head to the line for 1 more. So the foul on number 40, Abram Abshire. That's going to be his first, team's first here of the night. And so again, Olsen at the line for 1 more. Big man putting the ball on the floor and going to work. The free throw attempt will be up and good. Nicely done, Noah Olsen. So it'll be his first 3 points here of the night, and will give the Raiders a 5-point lead, so far their largest here of the evening. Cutting number 22, Christopher right there, gets that shot rejected. But it's going to be out of bounds after it was all said and done off of Wapahani. Here's we'll have number 12, Andrew Segner, now in the ball game for the first time this evening. Again, tonight's game presented by Some American Legion Post 437. Got a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. Greatly appreciate them for all they do. Nearly 4.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Wapahani again leads at 8-3. Canfield here to high post. Now works it on to number 34, B. Dribbles, now finds cross court here. That's number 12. Dumps it down low. Segner there to B. No good. At Canfield with a rebound. Then he's going to get fouled on the way back up. And again, the reason that that rebound happened was because nobody boxed out. And again, yes, you might be, I don't care if you're 5'10" or 6'6", you still got to box out in order to grab rebounds around here. So Cook, again, unfortunately picks up his second, team second, so he will have a seat as Alex Hunzinger will now check in. The second of 2 for Canfield will be up and no good. So 0 for 2 on that trip to the line there for the young man. Riley Swift out in front right here. Dribbles right. Now the screen here from Olsen. Swung on. Hunzinger attacking the left side of the rim. And he'll be fouled on the way up. You love the aggressiveness there from Alex. It's good to see right here. So he will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. The foul is on number 22, Wade Christopher. His first, team's second. So again, Hunzinger shooting 2. as the first one will be up and good. Got a Hunzinger here, a 5'10" freshman guard. The second of two will be up, and it will be good. Nicely done. So Alex Hunzinger there with his first points on the evening. Now stretches the Raider lead out to 7. B there on the far side. Now number 20, Gaines, dribbles down low. Awkward shot, no good. Rebounded there by Smith. That was excellent defense there by DJ Seagraves. Seagraves there on the far side wing. Dribbles up top, finds Bragg. Bragg now swung on to Hunzinger here on the right wing. And facing some heavy pressure, maneuvers his way through traffic and gets the bucket. Nice take once again there by Alex Hunzinger and gets the finish you're looking for, as we'll have a 30-second timeout on the floor taken here by Alexandria. Once again, we'll go ahead and stay right here with you during this timeout. So once again, thanks to more of our sponsors here this evening. We've got a big thanks here to our pregame sponsor. That's Henry Community Health Director of Sports Medicine, Tony Cox. He's your certified athletic trainer, and he's here to get our athletes back in the game and help them get better, stronger, and faster than ever before. For all of your rehab and recovery needs, contact Tony Cox with Henry Community Health Sports Medicine Performance Enhancement at 765-521-1131 and make your appointment now. So greatly appreciate Tony as we again return here from the timeout. Under 3.5 to play here in the first. Wapahani leads it by 9. Again, love the aggressiveness we've seen so far. We've already had 6 of this 8 points, or 6 of the 12 points coming there at the rim. Here you have back-to-back finishes right there. Obviously, a Hunzinger getting the bucket. You've had Noah Olson, be able to score there at the rim as well. Ethan Bragg did the same. So you want to see this aggressiveness early, and so far so good here for Wapahani. Up top here, Hollingsworth now swung on B for 3. That is no good, and a loose ball. They're along the baseline, and that will end up a jump ball, in which it will stay here with the Tigers. So Wapahani will send in Landon Cook, seeing his first action tonight. For Alexandria, number 32, Wyatt Fuller, now in the ball game. The 3 on the way, no good. And Seagraves is being held back. So the foul will be on number 20, Grayson Gaines, his first. Team's third of the quarter. Also now the second turnover for the Tigers. Cook maneuvers his way out of trouble. Now Seagraves on the Hunzinger. They're on the far side wing. Dished underneath to Olson. And he's going to get called with a traveling violation. So that's now 2 turnovers here for Wapahani. Up top here, number 32, Fuller with a handoff to B. And curl, makes that curl right there. Number 12, Segner, excuse me. As the foul be here on Wapahani's Alex Hunzinger, his first, team's third. In comes Memphis Pickering for Wapahani. Number 22, Wade Christopher, will return to the floor for the Tigers. And that ball deflected around a couple times and ends up in the hands there of Landon Cook. Third turnover now for the Tigers. DJ Seagraves for 3. No good this time. Rebounded on the backside there by the 34, Caden B. Cross-court pass, Christopher. Nothing available. Back out here. Number 4, Hollingsworth for 3. No good. Olson will corral the rebound here with 1:25 to go. Seagraves will call out the play and orchestrate the Raider offense. Cook here on the left side. Dished underneath the Pickering. Couple good shot fakes, and he's going to be fouled on the way up. So the foul here on number 34, Caden B. That's his first, team's fourth. So again, 2 shots here for Memphis Pickering. Left that one a touch short. Couple of substitutions again here for Alexandria. Number 20, Grayson Gaines, and number 40, Abram Abshire will return to the floor. The second 2 here for Pickering will be up. No good. Rebounded there by Olsen and puts it back through for 2. So again, the 6'6" skyscraper right there getting the job done. Again, as he collects another rebound, again, gets a putback to go and gets this lead to an 8-point lead. Again, the foul here on the other end on DJ Seagraves, his first, team's fourth. The 3 on the way, no good. That lands right in the hands there of Christopher. Now another loose ball. And that will result in a jump ball, which the possession error will favor Wapahani. So number 44, Canfield, will check back in. Phew, I'll tell you what, that was a long 10 seconds. That pass underneath, and it's going to land out of bounds off of Alexandria. Hunzinger inbounds it to Olsen. Backs down his defender a little bit, one dribble, and puts it through. So make that now 7 points here for Noah. 27 seconds to go here in the first. Here to the corner. Back up top here, number 12, Segner. Christopher drives the left side. That's number 40, Abshire. Back up top here to Canfield. Canfield will give away here to Segner. 5 seconds and counting. Off balance shot, no good. Deflected around, Seagraves gathers, and that will do it. Here for the opening quarter. Wapahani leads at 16-6 at the end of 1. Stick around here with us, folks. Again, we'll have your second quarter play coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here on our Alfred Rods and Customs game break as we enter the second quarter play here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium. I want to say welcome to all of you that are just joining us here for the first time this evening. I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy, and then joining us here later on will be our student sideline reporter Bailey Clapper. As Wapahani and Alexandria returns to the floor here as the Raiders with a 10-point lead there at the end of 1 quarter. Very good first quarter here from Wapahani, both defensively and offensively. Really kind of settled in here. We did have 2 turnovers there in the first quarter. Not too bad, though. Moved their ball around real well, taking smart shots, good, made good decisions. Obviously, the rebounding's been pretty solid here as well. So a little bit of an injury right there as Canfield will come off the floor. Hopefully that young man's all right. I don't know if they just hit shins or what right there, but nonetheless, number 42, Zarek Granger now in for Alexandria. Gaines finds B. Now on to Granger. And one dribble, now on the number 40, Amshire. Works it around to Christopher on the near side wing. Amshire underneath the Granger, tries to back down Pickering, but Memphis was having none of that. Swung around here, now the back cut to B, back outside here, top the key. That is Christopher. Lost the handle on it, and that will be turnover number 4. As the Raiders try to capitalize right here. Olsen underneath, goes up strong, no good, and that's going to be deflected out of bounds off of Alexandria, so we'll have a substitution during this dead ball situation. Riley Swift now back into the ball game as Huntzinger will have a seat. Some very, very good minutes here from Alex. And bounded here to Seagraves, now on to Swift. Swift here to top the key and looks to orchestrate things here a little bit. There at the high post to Olsen. Back out, Seagraves now to Pickering. Again, that was a cluster of guys there on the inside. The defense kind of collapsed in on him. Lost the handle on it. Third turnover now for Wapahani here in this first half. That ball deflected away. Nice hustle there from Swift. There's a foul on Riley Swift. Obviously the referee must have seen something that I didn't. So Riley there with his first, team's first. Yeah, I'm not saying a foul didn't happen, I just didn't see it. That's all that I'm getting at. So we'll have Canfield back in the ball game.
Alexandria, number 44, Ian Canfield.
Good ball movement right there. Excellent job. Then a nice shot fake there at the end there by Pickering. I tell you what, players do not utilize shot fakes enough, and Memphis has done that every single time he's had the ball underneath. You know, gets your defender up into the air, and I mean that's the easiest way to get somebody to foul you. Go ahead and send them right to the line. That foul, by the way, was on Grayson Gaines, his second, team's first here of the quarter, as Pickering will knock through the first one. We've got number 4, Hollingsworth, back in the game for the Tigers. The second of 2 will be up, and good. Nicely done there by Memphis Pickering. 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Gives him his first points of the night. And back in comes Ethan Bragg for Wapahani. Here at the 4:27 mark now of this first half remaining. And that will be another near turnover. Again, great hustle once again there from Riley Swift. Again, he gets the deflection, dives on the basketball, but while doing so, he touched the sideline. Canfield for 2. Nice defense there from Bragg. That shot blocked by Noah Olsen. Get that on out of here. Seagraves now dribbles it up top. The screen there from Olsen. Swift I thought he was going to go cross court right there, but now he finally does so. Finds Landon Cook. 3:51 to go here in the first half. Cook drives the right side. Nice little drop and a bucket right there for the freshman guard. Nicely done by Landon Cook. His first points on the night. Swung on here to number 40. Now Christopher here at the top. Finds the back-cutting Hefner. Now B, left corner 3, no good. Olsen will corral another rebound. And now Landon Cook will look to push it up floor. Gets it across half court on the Seagraves. Swift back to Seagraves, and again looking to set it up. Hit the high post. Olsen on the Swift. The three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. Again, a good-looking shot. I mean, that's a quality shot right there. Unfortunately, it didn't fall for him. But Bragg, though, with the takeaway. Another one. That's now the 5th turnover for the Tigers here in this first half. Olsen left side to Seagraves. The screen is set, rolls off of it here. Bragg now swung on to Cook here on the near side. Great pick and roll, and very nice. Cook to Bragg for 2. So Ethan now with 7 first half points as Wapahani continues to build on this lead they currently have, which is now 16. Hefner now to Christopher. Dribbles from left side of the lane. The back cut there by Hampshire. Regain possession, then off the mark there is Swift. Again collecting the rebound, and we end up... Okay, I thought there was a foul right there. But they end up just saying that it was out of bounds off of Alexandria. Okay, so we continue on. Swift. Oh, that was picked up. Three is up, no good right there for Segner. Rebounded by Bragg once again. And now we'll have a reach-in foul here on number 10. So Asher Hefner here with his first, team's second. Bragg back to Cook. Want to find a way to get out of the corner, is able to do so, gets it there to Swift. Now Olsen, he lost the handle on it. We've got another loose ball and a turnover. 5th turnover now for Wapahani. Now the Tigers give it right back to us. That is now their 6th. Again, just a touch over a minute to play here in the first half. Seagraves now to Olsen. On to Cook. Got to find a way to start being a little bit stronger here with the basketball. Can't afford costly turnovers here. I don't care if you are up by 16 points. Obviously, you want to make good of every possession as much as possible here. The screen there from Bragg. Rolls off of it. Steps back out, finds Cook. The 3 is up. And in and out, no good. And they say out of bounds off of Wapahani. Left side right here, number 4, Hollingsworth. Now back up top again. Hefner nearly gets that one taken away by Seagraves. Shot nearly rejected, a loose ball again. Swift comes up with it. And a foul. So the foul here on number 12. Andrew Segner. That's his first, team's 3rd. So inbounded there to Swift up court. Olsen for 3. Off the mark, no good, and that will do it here for the first half. So your halftime score, it's Wapahani 22, Alexandria 6. Again, tonight's game, again presented by Southern American Legion Post 437. We'll step aside and we'll be back here with your halftime report coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Hi, this is Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home is a real estate company that prioritizes community involvement, and we have a humans over houses philosophy. We specialize in both property listings and buyer representation, ensuring top-notch service with top producing agents. Our mission is, and has always been, to enrich people's lives by helping them find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate consistently maintains open communication, and we build trust through honesty and integrity. Whether you're listing $1 million property in a gated community, or you are a first-time home buyer just starting the process, at Next Home Elite Real Estate, our agents are committed to providing exceptional service and expertise. We actively participate and invest in local events, local sponsorships, charities, and initiatives to strengthen community bonds. Our agents love being a corporate sponsor to Ball State University, and when you choose Next Home Elite Real Estate, you never know who you're going to run into.
After working with Next Home Elite Real Estate, I knew that I would be choosing them for future transactions simply because they communicated throughout the entire process, they were friendly, and they were tenacious marketers working for me so I can achieve my goals.
Voted as the best real estate company in Muncie's quest for the best, I want you to know we are more than a real estate company. We're part of your community. We are creating lasting relationships and emphasizing the human element in every transaction.
A lot of times, a new home is a joyous event, a promotion, a celebration of marriage, relocation, but this wasn't that type of event. We needed someone in a company who cared about us, who showed compassion and empathy. Our realtor was with us the entire time. He sat and grieved with my sisters and I. He realized that this wasn't about money, but about taking care of our family home.
When you're ready to buy or sell a home, contact Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-729-5181 or visit our website at mynexthomeelite.com.
All right, folks, welcome back here with our Alfred Rods and Customs game break at the half. It's Wapahani 22, Alexandria 6 here at the break. Good first half of play here from Wapahani. I'm sure that they probably would have liked to have maybe collected more points, especially considering, really our defense has been spot on all game long. Rotating really well, great help side defense. We've rebounded the ball very well. Offense, though, has still been solid. I wouldn't, like I said, I think we've done well, but we definitely did leave some opportunities out there. But that's basketball. You've just got to find a way to adjust and continue on, and hopefully things will start to fall for us. We've had some good looks, but still a very productive first half. Nonetheless, you have 5 guys that have put points up on the board. But again, what we've done defensively and on the boards have been really quite spectacular. I like the way we went out here and conducted business tonight, especially there on the defensive side of the basketball. So the Raiders were led here in the first half. You had a couple guys here with 7 points each. Noah Olson was 7. Ethan Bragg was 7. And then next we have Alex Huntsinger. He had 4 points. Memphis Pickering with 2. And then Landon Cook with 2. So again, that then is the grand total there for 22 first half points here for your Wapahani Raiders. Again, second half right here. I think, as far as key-wise for Wapahani, they're going to have to continue to make sure, defensively we're staying sound. We're right there staying with them the whole time. And I'll tell you what, these youngsters out here putting on a nice show here tonight. I believe it's a second-grade ECI team, so good for those young men or young little boys right there. That's awesome. But, again, back to what I was talking about, with keys to the game, continue to get after it defensively, continue rebounding well. Obviously, Graham Cook, he got into a little bit of foul trouble there in the first half, so he hadn't been back in there. So hopefully we'll start to see him more here in the second half again and making a nice impact. But everybody's played really well, I think, from start to finish right here. So we keep that up. Again, hopefully start to find some other easy shots here on the inside. We've been aggressively attacking the rim. We've gotten to the free throw line. So if that will continue, then shots will fall, and that will open things up a little bit more as well for our outside game. We've got guys that can shoot the basketball, but we haven't always necessarily been open. And then when we have been open, again, just the basketballs went popped in and right back out. There's not a whole lot you can do about that other than, again, eventually knocking them through. But still, I like where, I think these guys have got to like where they're at. You're up here by 16. Just don't get complacent. You've got a whole entire second half here. You've got 14 minutes to play, and that's going to be the very best 14 minutes of the game right here, right now for Wapahani. So we'll snap aside here, folks. Again, we'll be back with the start of the second half here on the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back. We did get a couple of seconds into the second half before we come back to break, but you didn't miss anything. So, again, Raider basketball to start things off here in this second half of play, again, from beautiful Raider Gymnasium. Here tonight, again, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius, alongside here with me, cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. And our student sideline reporter Bailey Clapper again will be joining us here in a little while for tonight's varsity game. So again, a good pass there from Cook down low to a back-cutting Noah Olson. And again, as that fouls on number 40, Abram Abshire. His second, team's first here of the quarter, as Olson will be off the mark here on the first one. The second of two will be up and no good. That's going to be deflected out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Wapahani. Inbounded here, Swift here in the left side corner. Now on to Graham Cook, Seagraves. And being trapped right there near half court. Again, Alexandria continues the defensive pressure, and the Raiders will unfortunately turn it over. So the foul here on DJ Seagraves, his second. Team's first of the quarter. And at the line shooting two for the Tigers, number 20, Grayson Gaines. So first one off the mark. Second of two will be good. And that's going to be another Raider turnover. Not a good start here these first couple possessions. Canfield for three. That is up and good. And so we will get a full timeout on the floor taken here by the Raiders. This will be their second charge timeout here of the evening. We'll step aside here for a quick timeout of our own. 22-10 Wapahani here on the WHS Network. All right, welcome back. And following the timeout here from Wapahani, again, they have 3 timeouts remaining. Alexandria with 4. So Seagraves will bring it up for, at least initially here, now to Graham Cook. Bragg on the Swift. Bragg will take the 3, and that is up and good. Nicely done right there. Bragg making it rain, baby. That's now 10 points on the night here for Ethan. B underneath here to Canfield. Well defended there by Graham Cook. Christopher then somehow gets the basketball and able to send that one on home there for 2. That's his first points on the night. Here for number 22, Wade Christopher. Cook up 4 there to Bragg. Third turnover now of the half. Essentially third turnover in the first 2 minutes. no good there on the shot, but gets his own rebound there. Number 20, Grayson Gaines. And we'll have a foul right there in the middle by DJ Seagraves. So that's now going to be his third, team second of the quarter. And now we will get a full timeout taken by Alexandria. All right, so we've had about as many timeouts as we've had playing time here in this third quarter. But 25-12, 4.5 to play here in quarter number 3. We'll be back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, basketball fans, welcome back again here to our Alfred Ronson Customs game break. Again, Wapahani 25, Alexandria 12. Here's we head back to the floor. Again, it'll be Tigers basketball, and number 20 Gaines to inbound for Alexandria. Canfield up and good there for 2. So they've already had more points in this third quarter than what they did the entire first half. They adjusted their game plan here a little bit, switched things up, and so far it's worked out well for them. Wapahani here on the flip side, we've struggled a little bit right out of the gate to begin the second half, but there's still a lot of time to be played right here. Don't worry too much about it quite yet. The foul here on Ian Canfield, that's going to be his first, team's second of the quarter. As Olsen will be up and good there for 2 off the inbound. Give him now 9 points. That shot rejected by Graham Cook. Again, well defended, keeping the hand straight up in the air. Seagraves here in the far side corner. The handoff now to Cook. Cook dribbles, finds Bragg, now swung on to Swift. Swift will dribble here at the top of the key on to Olsen. Once again gives way to Seagraves, right side now to Bragg. Left wing now, Cook attacks the left side of the rim, and he will be fouled. So the foul, number 34, Caden B. That's his second, team's third. And so number 4, Ry Hollingsworth back in the ball game here for the Tigers. Hunzinger back in for Wapahani. And Riley Swift will make a big-time splash. That's going to be his first points on the night. And a nice defensive effort right there from Hunzinger, again getting deflection. And nearly was able to collect the basketball before it headed out of bounds, but instead it will stay here with the Tigers. A deep 3 from Hollingsworth. That is up and good. Cook here along the sideline. That's where you do not want to go. You want to try to keep the ball in the middle of the floor. So the foul's on number 20, Gaines his third, team's fourth. And I tell you, I mean, from Wapahani's perspective right here, you know that a team has 4 fouls. I'm cramming that ball inside and picking up that 5th foul so we can be shooting the rest of this quarter. Bragg up top to Swift, a 3 off the back iron, no good. Again, a great look there for Riley, and that pass picked off. First turnover of the half for the Tigers, and love the unselfishness and finding the open man right there. Swift to Hunzinger for 2. Alex now with 6 points. And back to a 15-point Wapahani lead. Christopher drives the right side of the lane, kicks it out here to number 12, Segner. Back to Christopher. The corner three is up and got the friendly bounce and roll to go. So Christopher now 5 points on the evening for the Tigers. Cook swung back over now to the middle to Hunzinger. Dribbles to find Cook. The three is up and good. Graham Cook buries one from downtown. Great ball movement right there. Again, the pass from Cook, cross court there to Swift, and Swift made a quick swift pass there to Hunzinger and was able to get out on the run right there. And then Cook followed him right there for that made 3-point bucket here on this near side wing. Just great job all the way around right there from ball movement, finding the open man, and knocking down the shot. B facing heavy pressure there from Swift, and Swift is down. He got elbowed right in the, looks like right in the eye or right in the cheek. Again, the same thing happened to Graham Cook last night, that he ended up getting a cut right above his left eye. And Swift, I don't know if he got an elbow to the mouth, to the nose, to the eye. It was right there in that general vicinity. So we'll have Landon Cook and Memphis Pickering now in for Wapahani. Swift and Graham Cook will have a seat. With all that going on, the referees forgot who had possession of the basketball right there. That's an honest mistake. I wouldn't have necessarily disapproved the change there of Wapahani having a basketball, but up top here, that's number 32, Fuller. Now the handoff to B here on the near side wing. Christopher dribbles there, coming off the screen. The shot no good there from the right side elbow. Rebounded there by Ethan Bragg. So we've got 1 minute to play here in the third period. Olsen with a handoff to Cook, swung on. Here's Bragg. They're near the far side corner, dribbles up top to find Pickering. Pickering now to Cook. Left side right here, and gets kind of caught up, but it's going to be deflected out of bounds, they say, off of Wade Christopher of Alexandria. So number 40, Abram Abshire, will now return to the floor for the Tigers with 45 seconds to play. Inbounded there to the opposite side there to Cook. Landon will face heavy pressure here. And deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay once again here by Wapahani. And again, in situations like that, that's where you've got to be able to utilize your pivot foot. And for goodness sake, somebody's got to get open. If he's being double teamed, that means at least one player is open right there. Cross court there to Landon Cook. Dribbles, he'll find Seagraves. And Seagraves right here playing with 3 fouls. And we'll have a blocking foul. That's going to be on number 22, Wade Christopher. His second, team's 5th. So 2 free throws here for Seagraves. With 25 seconds remaining here in the third.
Number 10, DJ Seagraves to the free throw line for 2 shots.
The first free throw attempt up and good.
Substitution for the Tigers, number 10.
DJ there with his first point on the night. We'll have number 10, Asher Hefner now back into the ball game. Second of 2 up and good as well. Nicely done, DJ Seagraves. Back in comes Graham Cook. So Seagraves will have a seat again. Great idea right there from Coach Brian Bell, getting him out of there again, playing with 3 fouls. You don't want to see him pick up that 4th. Another deep 3 from Hollingsworth, no good this time around. Deflected around a little bit, finally was able to get to Abshire. 4 seconds left. They will get the shot off, but it will not be good. So that will do it here for the third quarter. Wapahani really got things going right there within the last about 3 or 4 minutes of the quarter. And really, Alexandria had a good third quarter there as well. So 37-20 here at the end of 3. We'll step aside. We'll be back here with your fourth here on the WHS Network. All right, folks, welcome back here as we begin this fourth quarter of play. Again, tonight's game, once again, presented by Some American Legion Post 437. Again, a proud sponsor of us here on the WHS Network. It's a 17-point lead here for Wapahani. Again, they had a 16-point lead at the half, 22-6, as Canfield will be up and good for 3. Oh, man. So the 10-second call as Landon Cook was just about, it couldn't have been much more than 4 or 5 inches from reaching half court. So the turnover, the fourth here and a half for the Raiders. Again, started out there in that third quarter. I think we had 3 turnovers within the first 2.5 minutes, and then really settled in there in that third. And really had pretty good production from a little bit of everybody. So Hunzinger there with a rebound. He was fouled. That's on number 40, Abram Abshire. That's his third, team's first here of the quarter. And now, so a 1-2-2 full court press here from the Tigers. So a tackle here on the play will result in a foul here on B. That's his third, team's second. Again, that was a blocking foul. Landon Cook, corner 3, no good. Memphis Pickering, though, on the backside, kept at it, got the rebound, but then threw it away. He was trying to throw it off of the Tigers defender, and then obviously landed out of bounds, but that didn't work out that way. Canfield right there for 2 more. Want to get the ball away from the sideline, was able to do that. Finds Pickering underneath. Excellent job. Seagraves to Pickering for 2. Memphis now with 4 points on the night. The 3 from B, no good. Graham Cook will corral the rebound. And again, head coach Brian Bell now telling guys slow things up, which no doubt right idea right here. You're up by 14 points. Got under 5 minutes now to play. You want to use some clock. Take time off right here, and you want to work the ball around and find a way to get another score here on offense. Pick and roll there between Hunzinger and Pickering. Shot that one off the side of the backboard. Canfield for 3 again. No good this time. Cook with the rebound. Christopher left side up top again to Canfield. To the corner, Abshire back to Christopher out here at the 10-foot volleyball line. Gives way, Canfield for three, and in and out, no good. Now B for three. That's off the mark. Cook will corral the defensive rebound. And here comes Huntsinger pushing up for quickly right here. Again, you want to get the ball away from the sideline. We'll have a timeout here on the floor. This will be the third charge timeout of the evening here for Wapahani with 3:31 to play. We'll step aside and we'll be back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. All right, welcome back again here. I'd like to send out again a big thanks here to Next Home Elite Real Estate Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton. Great teams win with heart, hustle, communication, and trust. And those are some great values that Next Home Elite Real Estate Hometown Realtor Courtney Felton brings to every real estate move. Again, whether if you're buying or selling, she is there to use her local roots to meet your real estate needs every step of the way. Call Courtney Felton at 765-748-6334 for all of your real estate needs. So as we return to action from the timeout from Wapahani, again, the Raiders with 2 timeouts remaining, Alexandria with 3. Again, as Wapahani finds themselves on top here by 14. Swift able to get it to Seagraves, and they'll finally get it across half court. So a reach-in foul here on number 20, Grayson Gaines. That's his 4th, team's 3rd. Landon Cook, his way to Graham. Underneath, Olsen puts his head down, goes right to the rim, but then ball pops right back out. And the loose ball ends up out of bounds off of Wapahani. Gaines on here to Hollingsworth. Now B finds Canfield. Back here to Gaines again. Hollingsworth with the left wing 3. No good. Christopher there with a backside rebound, and he will be fouled. So the foul on number 20. Noah Olsen. That's his first. Team's first here of the quarter. And returning to the floor for Wapahani will be number 4, Ethan Bragg, as Landon Cook will have a seat. So the Tigers literally just dribbled that one right out of bounds. Only their second turnover here of the half. Seagraves dribbles, now finds Swift on the Bragg. Corner 3 up. Corner 3 good. Ethan Bragg having a heck of a nice game. 13 points. Again, not necessarily, I touched on that there during our pregame about how, he can shoot, no doubt about it, but he's not one that really takes a lot of shots. And is not one that, again, normally takes 15, 20 shots a game. But tonight, about darn near every shot he's taken, I think, has went in. That's great. Really kind of jump-started this team right from the get-go. And it's continued on throughout the evening right here. Again, that foul is on Graham Cook, his 3rd, team 2nd of the half, of the quarter rather. as number 20, then Grayson Gaines was able to connect there on the first free throw of 2. As number 12, Andrew Segner will check back in for the Tigers. 2:07 to play. The second free throw off the back iron, no good. Swift with the rebound. Up floor here to Bragg. And he will go up strong right there. So we'll have a blocking foul here on Segner. That's going to be his second, team's fourth. So 2 shots here for Ethan Bragg. We'll see number 40, Abram Abshire, return to the floor. Canfield will have a seat.
Number 40, Abram Abshire.
First free throw attempt will be up and no good. Second free throw attempt up and good. So 1 for 2 on that trip to the charity stripe there for Ethan, giving him 14 points now tonight. That shot rejected by Graham Cook. So Gaines to inbound it, finds Abshire, right back to Gaines. He'll take the mid-range jumper, no good, rebounded by Bragg. And Swift, not a bad idea, unfortunately, just led him a little too far right there. Again, following this one here tonight, we will not have a Raiders Live post-game show. And we'll have to get everything graphic-wise and everything set up for tonight's varsity action. So again, no Raiders Live post-game show following tonight's junior varsity ball game here tonight. Abshire up top, drives it left, lost the handle on it. And we're going to have a reach-in foul here on number 4, Ethan Bragg. That's going to be his first, team's third of the quarter. We'll have number 10, Asher Hefner, back in the game. Also number 14, Cooper Morgan, and number 24, Carlin Deckard. So Hefner on here to Segner. And no good there on the shot, but he was fouled, so he'll head to the free throw line for 2 of them. The foul was on number 10, DJ Seagraves, his fourth, team's fourth of the quarter. So again, Segner shooting 2. The first will be up and no good there off the right side of the rim. Segner with the second of 2, and that one will be good there for the young man. So that'll be his second point here on the night. Again, here's we have 1 minute to play. And tonight's junior varsity game, again, we'll have tonight's varsity action coming up here in just a short little while. Again, we'll probably start that broadcast around 7:20, 7:25. Probably closer to 7:25-ish. But a great night here for Wapahani. Got off to a really nice start. Graham Cook attacking the right side of the rim, no good. But all in all, I mean, you know, Alexandria, I think, definitely fixed things there there at the half. Again, they only had 6 first-half points. And so, I mean, you know, you got to give credit where credit's due, I think, for them. But Wapahani, I think, was still very stingy defensively. Rebound the ball fairly well here in the second half. And we're going to end up coming up with a nice win, back-to-back wins to get to 500. And heading into next week with a 2-game winning streak as we'll head into Frankton on Tuesday night. Again, JV start time of 6 o'clock. Again, there will be no broadcast next week. Again, with being the holidays, we've got family stuff going on, so we will not be covering that game on Tuesday or next Saturday at Jay County. So again, victorious tonight, 43-27, Wapahani, as the Raiders now improve to 3-3 on the season. Again, folks, we'll see you all back here in just a little while. We'll have tonight's varsity game coming up. It'll be right at 7:25. Until then, I'm play-by-play broadcaster Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Red Beard McCoy. You're on your home of the Raiders, the